What's going on, YouTube? I'm here with another video, and today I'm going to discuss Jabari Parker, and I'm going to talk more about the upcoming season for the Chicago Bulls. Me, personally, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I've been a Bulls fan for a while now, and I'm just excited that he finally came to Chicago. This was a guy that I've been watching since his days in high school, since he went to Simeon, and his days at Duke, and I've watched him play his years at Milwaukee, and I just always looked at Jabari Parker as a great player, and I always thought that he would be better than Andrew Wiggins. And I don't want to make this episode about who's better, because that always was a comparison. I'm pretty sure a lot of people talked about that in their years in the NBA, and and there's really no debate with that because Andrew Wiggins been healthy, and Jabari, he's dealt with 2 knee injuries, 2 torn ACLs. The second injury, I'm not sure it was an ACL or I don't know what, but he tore something. But yeah, he's been through the injuries, ups and downs, and I'm just gonna break down the Chicago Bulls roster, and we're sleepers, and I just think it's very important to talk about this. And I think a lot of my Bulls fans around the world, I hope you guys will subscribe to this channel, because I'm gonna discuss this team throughout the whole season, just because I'm a fan. I'm really excited, and just to get it going, Jabari Parker, he's played at Simeon. He's won 4 national championships. It's funny because me and him are the same age, and I've been reading about him since I was like a sophomore in high school, and I was reading about him and he was playing in Chicago, and he was the number 2 player in the country. At one point, I think he was number 1. Maybe his junior year, he might have been number 1, but then I think he dropped to 2 his senior year. I don't know how. He won 4 national championships, but then he decided to go to Duke. He had great years at Duke. Well, he only played 1 year, but he played good at Duke. He averaged 19.1 points per game, and that's just off the top. I'm not reading statistics or anything. It's just because I'm a fan. I'm a Duke fan myself, so yeah. He had a good career there. I really wished he went far in the NCAA tournament, because that was the year when they got knocked off in the first. I think it was like the second round. It was their first game. I know it was their first game in the tournament, and they lost to Mercer. And I think Mercer was ranked 14th or something ranked, and it was just an upset. And that sucked, because I really wished that Jabari played in the tournament and went deep and got that experience, and he wanted that too, and it was heartbreaking. But he's always, he's had a good career, in high school, college, and, his rookie year fell short. I'm trying to really remember how, he had, to me, I think he had a good rookie year in the amount of games he played, but I'm thinking he only played about 30 games. And I think for him, those 30, coming back from that injury and get injured again, it sucks, because when players get injured, a lot of them don't come back fully strong. It all depends on how you rehab. And I watched him go through his first injury and how much he rehabbed, and it went so well for him. And then, last season or 2 seasons ago, the same thing happened, and here we go all over again. And he rehabbed again, and last year he played a little bit. We seen him in the playoffs. In that series against Boston, he didn't really do too much. He was more of like a 4th option. I don't know. Things went really weird with him when he played at Milwaukee, when he was with Jason Kidd. When Jason Kidd first couple of years coaching, Jabari was getting his minutes, and he was hooping. He was balling. He had a game when he scored 30, and he was really making a name for himself, him and Giannis. And everything fell short after that second injury, because last year we seen him, but he didn't really play as much. And I just think him coming to Chicago is a brand new start. He's in his own city. Jabari, he's a guy that's talked a lot about gun violence and police brutality, and I just think him coming to his hometown Chicago, I'm just gonna go far as saying Jabari is gonna be a good player on and off the court. I think he's gonna do a lot for his community. That's just the type of person he is. So I'm really happy that he came to Chicago. It was my dream for him to come to Chicago. He's finally here, and he's come into a good situation where he's going to start. I'm happy that we have that the Bulls front office, did a good job. They did a really good job with this offseason. They did a really good job in drafting. This was a huge turnaround from last year, from having Rondo at point guard, and Jimmy Butler and all these guys, and it's glad to see, no, not last year, but 2 years ago and stuff, because those were the guys that I guess we were looking to like long term. Like we wanted to win at that point, but we didn't really have a full roster. Like we didn't have a good team. Like when we picked up Dwayne Wade, like I think the Bulls was looking at it like we have to win now with these guys. But you know, obviously that didn't work out. So they started over, and now we have a young group of guys with Chris Dunn at point guard, Zach LaVine at the shooting guard, Jabari at small forward, Larry Marketed at the power forward, and then we got Weldon Carter at the center position, which I think he's going to have a really good season. And again, Jabari is with these young, talented players. I think it's just going to, he's going to mold really, really well because Jabari is a guy that can score. And I think for us, we're a defensive team, and we need guys that can also score the ball too. And with Zach LaVine, I know he's going to put up numbers. Jabari, he's going to put up numbers. You know, he's a guy that can shoot the ball. He's not he's not too confident as three-point yet. Like in games, you could tell, you know, when he has the ball, he could do a couple of dribbles, but he will always dribble to hit the mid-range, or he would drive and take it strong to the basket and dunk. You'll see highlight plays from him. So he's not really a guy that takes a lot of threes in games, but I hope he builds his confidence to shoot the ball, because I know he can shoot the three ball. And, you know, again, he's young, athletic, and quick. With the knee injuries, he's kind of suspect on defense. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, and that's why some people would say it's better for him to play the forward position, but we got Larry Marketing, and he had an unbelievable season last year for a rookie. He was a sleeper. He averaged like 15 and like 7, or he might have averaged like 16 and 7, one of those two. I'm sorry, I don't have the statistics right in front of me, which I should if I'm about to be broadcasting this, but he had a solid season though. Like we all can say he had a solid season. And again, this is a young group that I'm super excited to watch, man. Chicago, man, this is the year where I think we're rebuilding, and I'm not saying we're gonna win right away. We're obviously gonna have to. For me, I think the Bulls, for the next season, or even this season, maybe before like the trade deadline, before the All-Star break, maybe get like some veteran type of players that's going to help this team, because again, we're a young team that's not really too experienced. So we just need players that can come in and just be like, show leadership. Like we need veteran players, because all of the players on this Bulls team are young, you know, so they need that guidance. So that's why I'm hoping for us. Progress for us is to make the playoffs. You know, I looked at the trajectories of this Bulls team. We were projected by NBA.com. I think we were like listed at 15. It was like a high number, and I'm like, whoa. Nah, I think we can definitely make the 8th seed. Maybe I'm just delusional. Or maybe I'm just a Bulls fan, and I want to believe that. But nah, I honestly think we can. You know, the East is weak. You know, we all know that. So I think the East, anyone can make it in the playoffs in the East. All you got to do is win at least 40-plus games, which I think we can do. I think we could win at least 40. I'm hoping that we can win 40 games this season. I'm pushing for that. So we can make the 8th seed. And again, even if we lose, that's still progress. You know what I'm saying? But for me, my ultimate goal is for at least to win a game in the a series in the playoffs. You know, but yeah, this is a really, really good team, man. I would say this is the best Bulls team since the Derrick Rose era. And I still think, even with the teams that, when we were like the number 1 seed back in 2013, or it might have been like 2012, we had a good team, but like talently, I would say this team that we have this coming season is more talented than those previous teams, you know, because I think our starting 5 are potential all-stars. Chris Dunn is a potential all-star. Like, a lot of these guys have potential to be an all-star in this league. Zach LaVine, he went down with that knee injury, but, you know, he's a guy that we know can ball. Like, the dude can score. He's a really good guard. You know, and I like how he can be a guard and play the shooting guard position and get buckets at the same time. So he's going to help us out on that end. And Jabari Parker, again, he's probably like the best small forward we had since Luol Deng. I can honestly say that. I think he's the best small forward since Luol Deng. And with him coming into this team and his leadership, and again, he's been to the playoffs last season, so I hope he can bring that into the postseason if we make it to the postseason next year. And yeah, I'm gonna go far as even saying that, like, yeah, this team I think is a better team than, or a better roster build than our previous years. You know, like, there's just so many failure seasons because this front office, man, like, we don't make the right moves. You know, like previous years, like just horrible like deals. Like we traded Derrick Rose to get Jose and Cartero. One of those brothers, he was a guard, him and Lopez. I mean, just for Derrick Rose, like I felt we could have did something better than getting those 3 players. That's not even on the team anymore, besides Lopez. But I look at it like, come on, like we just did a lot of stupid stuff. All right, but I would say the Jimmy Butler trade was good because we got Chris Dunn and Zach LaVine, and we went young. But I give the Bulls front office that. But for like the last couple years, we just been making bad moves, man. You know, just bad moves, and I just don't see the vision. It's really frustrating being a Bulls fan. But this season, I would really say we're gonna have a solid season. I'm not saying we're gonna have the best season, but we're gonna have a solid season. I just think we're sleepers, and a lot of people are not talking about Chicago, and like we young, and we got potential players that could be all-stars, you know what I'm saying? So this could be some Atlanta Hawks type of thing. So, you know, just to give you guys just some insight, and I just want to make this video. I'm just gonna cut it short right now. I'm like 11 minutes in, so guys, I'm gonna put out more videos. Please subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'm gonna keep putting out content, and if you rock with me, you rock with me. Thank you guys, and have a nice day. Peace. See you on the next video.